Hey, all right. So I know it's been, what, yet again, I feel like I start off every one of these with, yeah, it's been forever since I talked to you guys, and at least as far as doing a journal, a video journal, right? It's been a really long time. So met with the oncologist today, Dr. Borges, who she's really turned around and been great. I gotta give it to her. We had a heart-to-heart not too long ago, and she's really been great since then. So good, happy about that. But anyway, so the scan, had the scan done today. Haven't had a scan done, I think it's been like, 4 weeks or something like that. I don't even know, to be honest. I can't keep anything straight anymore. But had the scan done, met with the oncologist today, and found out that it has metastasized to my liver. Woohoo! So, not bad. There's 2 little tiny spots, and the good thing is it looks like as far as my lower back goes and everything, nothing's changed, or I don't even know if it's even illuminated. She didn't even seem to think that it was there anymore or something. I don't know. It was so bizarre. But, I've had some pain back there, so being realistic, I'm sure it's kind of hanging out. But the good thing is it hasn't spread from there. And thank the almighty Lord that it is not in my brain. This is at least per the CT scan, or lungs. So I've been so happy about that. I was worried about that, to be brutally honest, although I can feel it now in the lymph nodes right here in my neck. So, there's not a whole lot of real estate in between here and here. So that's making me nervous. But what does this mean? So what this means is I have done, I think, 42 weeks of chemo now. I think it may even be like 44 weeks of chemo. So really long time of chemo. And I'm at that point where I finally, if you remember, I was hanging out in limbo because the chemo for the most part was controlling things. So I wasn't eligible for a lot of studies. And then, that, or you needed to show by a PET scan that I was in complete remission, which, unfortunately would love to be there, not in there. And so this is good from the perspective that it's at least bumped me now to be eligible for clinical trials. Hey, sweet pea. Sorry, Beckham just got home from school. Come here. Can you wave to the camera and say hi?
Hi.
Sweet boy. So what this means is I'm enrolling in a clinical trial, which is great. Yay, mommy, clinical trial, for this aurora kinase inhibitor. And what it basically does is it's an inhibitor. It's a pill, another saving grace. I'm so excited. So I won't have to use this port for a while. Obviously they're not going to take it out. So that's fine. Whatever. At this point, I kind of feel attached to it now. But, it was hard. And once again, I keep going into these things thinking, okay, all right, maybe this is the one that gives us the phenomenal news, but no, unfortunately not, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So I'll be taking this pill, doing this study, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully good things. It's a pill, one pill every day, and no chemo, and there are side effects to it, unfortunately, but that's okay. Nothing worse than chemo. The biggest thing really seems to be high blood pressure. So what that means is that I have to probably take some blood pressure medication as I'm on this or whatever, something just to keep an eye on. So with that also said, I ended up quitting work last Friday, and that was really, really tough. I've managed to get this far working full time, and I feel in some ways that I've lost or given up, or I don't know, it's all the stupid things of typical type A. So I just need to get over it. I really do, and I need to enjoy spending time with the family, and just doing the stay-at-home mom thing. Obviously we got to pull Bex out of school, to try to cut and save, costs. So yeah, I'm just at that point that I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And, your mind is terrible. I start going through those things where you start thinking about, well, gosh, what would it be like if I die, I don't want to, trust me, and bless his heart, Damon, I don't know. He has got enough faith and strength and energy for both of us. I don't know how he's doing it, to be honest. But we've had some pretty tough moments, especially as of late, with all the stress that I had going on at work and, just trying to do 44 weeks of chemo and work full time and, taking care of the boys and everything else. My body is just really starting to get tired. And there would be some evenings that, I'm completely loading myself up with everything that I have in my little arsenal that they've given me since I got diagnosed, of pain medicine and whatnot, because the pain has been so immense. I thought for sure that this PET scan was going to come back and show that it had metastasized throughout my skeletal system because of the pain. I can't even tell you how much, OxyContin and oxycodone and Dilaudid and muscle relaxants and, on top of ibuprofen and everything that I have in my body, and it's not doing a damn thing. Just extreme pain. To the point, and I don't know how Damon did it, he's been so great just hanging out with me, but just crying and not being able to, sorry, I'm getting distracted, not being able to get some of the, you're gonna make me cry, I was doing so well. Oh, alright, thanks.
You're good.
Yeah. I don't even remember where I was at. But anyway, so lots of pain that I've had. Where I've been crying at night because nothing's taking the pain away. Oh, I'm sorry, I was doing so well. I swear, I keep swearing I'm going to get through one of these without crying, and there you go. So, yeah. So I'm hoping to start this drug here soon. You've got to go through a washout period of, I don't know what the half-life is of the carboplatin and Gemzar that I've been on, what it is. I just did that last Thursday, so I'm sure there's a couple weeks of washout, and then there's also some like pre-qualifying things that, bless his heart, the guy that is the head of the research for this particular trial, and I swear he was 12. You have to do some prereqs to make sure that you definitely meet the requirements for the study. And the first thing that he wants to do right off the bat is a MRI of the brain to make sure that nothing is in the brain, because I guess there's been a lot of oncologists that have reviewed the CT scans, 100% positive that it hasn't metastasized to the brain, and sure enough it has. So got to get through that hurdle. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I'm actually petrified of it, but that'll be here in the next week or so, and then once we get through that, then the rest is easy. It's a couple blood tests and that sort of thing, and then a biopsy of some of where it's spread over my lymph nodes in this area, or they could probably hit this one right here, but yeah, so that's what I've been doing for the last, I don't know how many weeks since I've talked to you guys last, but yeah, hopefully that this pill works. There has been some success with it, or they wouldn't be doing it in the next phase. It's in phase 2, and it works for me. I mean, really, that's what I need. It works for me, and I can start working on the mobility of my shoulder. This is it. This is as far as I can raise this hand, and I've had some lymphedema going on, so I've got a lymphedema sleeve on, which is fantastic. You would not believe how many old people come up to me asking me, hey, did that hurt? And it's not tattoos all over my arm. It's the lymphedema sleeve. So that's a whole nother story. But, so yeah, so for now it's really trying to become rallying yet again, get mentally strong, and knock this one out of the park so that I can get rid of the cancer. And I'm doing an experiment, and I don't know how many of you have heard about, they did an experiment where you can talk to plants, and you take two identical plants, identical conditions, you put them in separate rooms, and in one you talk down to the plant and you tell it how worthless it is and blah blah blah, and in the other one, the other plant, you love on it, you know, you tell it how good it is, how beautiful it is. And the plant, in some cases, the plant that got talked down to died, or virtually died, you know, just withered, where the other one just flourished and took off. So I'm going to try that starting tomorrow, talking to my cancer and telling it how completely and utterly worthless it is. I will use much more colorful phrases that I really shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna give it a go. You know, what the hell? I got nothing else to lose, so I'll be doing that. And Damon, bless his heart, both were raised Catholic, but you know, he knows nothing of Hail Mary or Our Father or anything, and we both started saying the Rosary, and he's been hanging in there like a champ. He finally now has gotten the Hail Marys down and the rhythms, and you know, just the mysteries and all of that. So it's great. He's been doing a really good job, and for all of you that are still praying, I want to say thank you. I can't tell you how much it means to me and my family. But keep that positive thought, right? That you know, Lord, thank you for making Bridget healthy, instead of please make the cancer go away, because I feel like that is causing us to hang on to it. I know that sounds weird, but there seems to be some truth to it. So, all right, well, that's where I am. So it's weird. I feel like I could just sit here and talk to you guys. How much time do we got? Another 15 minutes? It's comforting in a lot of ways at this point. I can't tell you what a mind blank this has all been. It's been a tough one. So keeping our fingers crossed for this this clinical trial, that it knocks it out of the park. And then my little experiment of talking down to the cancer, plus always prayers, it'll do it this time, you know? It's gonna get it, because boy, I really don't want to be sitting here in another 4 months saying goodbye to you all. That is not okay. It's not okay. So you guys have been great. For all of you SUA arrows out there, I am going to try to make it back for the reunion, so I'm excited about that. It'll be so great to see you guys. It really will, and focus on something else for once. So, much love to you all. I hope for nothing but the best for you and your families. Good health and love and happiness. Yay! Alright, take care. Much love to you guys.